Welcome back! My girls finally got a chance to make cakes of their very own. They did everything all by themselves. The baking, the decorating, everything. I gave very, and I mean very little help. I mostly just helped them wrap the fondant around their cakes. But they did everything and I was so proud. It was such a fun day. It took all day. Believe me, it took all day. So I'm glad I edited this down to just a few minutes. But it was such a blast. If you notice in the beginning, we're using cake mix boxes, and the reason for that is because I knew this project would take all day and I knew I didn't have time to make everything from scratch, or my kids I should say, because they were making them. So to be honest, the chocolate cake I usually use a mix with. I just add a cup of sour cream, it makes a big difference. But the vanilla cake, I doctor up so much in my recipe that it really is unrecognizable. It doesn't taste anything like a cake mix. It's a beautiful density and taste. So density as in it can stack well, it can carve well, it really is the perfect recipe, but it does include a cake mix. So for those of you who have not mastered the perfect from scratch cake recipe, it's perfect. I'll put the recipe, a link to the recipe or the recipe in the description so you can check that out. If you want to learn how to make marshmallow fondant, I make it every time we do a cake. And it is absolutely delicious because it tastes like marshmallows and it's really easy to make. So I'll put a link for that in the description and I'll put it up at the top so you can click on it and go straight there. They made the little fondant pieces like the ears ahead of time, well, while the cake was in the fridge so that they could dry and harden a bit. They also got to use the edible markers, which they love because it makes a lot of things easier. I love the cute bow that my middle daughter put on her pig. We used water to glue everything together because, as we know, water and sugar get really sticky. Sometimes those markers were awesome and sometimes they got a little bit tedious. I love the cute pumpkins on the Halloween cake and I love the ghosts. If you want to check out my new series called the 3-Minute Minis, you can see where I make lots of cute little fondant figurines. So far I've got a unicorn, a llama with cute little slippers, and I've got a demogorgon from Stranger Things. Both of my girls helped each other when it came to picking up that slab of fondant to lay on the cake. And once they got it on top, this is pretty much the only time where I really got involved. Here I am helping them smooth and stretch it down the sides so that we didn't have huge wrinkles. So they really appreciated my help there. So they'll get there when they'll get to do it on their own. Oh, I love the tombstones. She made a nice marbled gray fondant. Remember, to get gray fondant, you need black and brown food coloring. Yeah, those markers were pretty awesome. Chocolate cake is my favorite. Yum! We've been enjoying listening to some Halloween music too, but to be fair, we've been listening to Christmas music for months. So my girls had a nice vision. My middle daughter really wanted to be a free spirit about it. She's like, I'm just gonna wing it and just do whatever I feel like. So I encouraged her to pick a picture or a theme, and she did a great job. She loved the piggy and she made it her own. My eldest daughter made a chocolate cake and she wanted it to be Halloween themed. And my middle daughter made a vanilla cake and she wanted it to be this adorable piggy. They did a great job frosting and stacking the cakes. I guess they pay attention when I'm messing around in the kitchen because they did such a good job. Here's another moment where those markers just didn't work. So I offered my daughter to roll out some black fondant, which we already had, and she much appreciated it. So we're using some toothpicks to stick on the snout, and she also used toothpicks to hold up those ears. We realized there wasn't any room for the bow up there, so we scooted those ears back, and then she had room for the bow. She also insisted on making this cute little mini piggy in the back, which I love, and a cute little piggy tail. I do have to say Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, so I was excited when this cake was getting made Halloween themed. She did a great job on those little pumpkins. And there we have it. They did such a good job. I was so proud of them. We had a total blast snacking on cake and frosting all day and then enjoying the spoils of their beautiful creation at the end. So please don't forget to subscribe. This is me, Shelly, and the Little Black Shade Tree.
Under your spotlight.